Hello everyone, this is Zifeng Learns to Make. This is a channel where I learn how to make stuff and I teach you whatever that I know, not as a senpai but as a friend. So in this video, I'm going to show you how to do a simple resin cast of Rimuru. And more importantly, today is my birthday, so I'm going to give 3 of these away. And I'll pay for the shipping to 3 of the viewers anywhere in the world. And I'll tell you more about it some point in the video. So please watch the whole thing as a birthday gift to me. Thumbnail shot. So now, like in my previous video where I sculpted the Blastoise from Sculpey, I'll start by sculpting Rimuru with this aluminum foil.
And this is the leftover from the Blastoise Sculpey. So after baking for 10 minutes in a 120-degree oven, this is done now. Then now I'm going to sand it. This is the 3M sanding pad water and Rimuru.
1 hour later.
This is now much more rounder. So now I'll increase the thickness of the details because I'm going to spray primer after this. This looks like a dumpling. So now I'm going to sand it because there's quite a lot of imperfections in the surface. I'll repeat the sanding and spraying process for quite a few times to make sure that the surface is very smooth. Hard-boiled egg. As you can see, there's still some imperfections like here and here. So now I'll wait for it to fully dry and then spray it again with the white primer. This is a relatively slow process. You need to fix every small details and make it as smooth as possible. So to save time, I will use this. Tamiya putty. It's actually a putty. It will dry very fast, and I will apply to fill the holes. Then after that, I will just sand it off. There's also different ways to apply Tamiya putty. One of it is to use a thinner to dilute it. So example, squeeze out some of it, and then this is the lacquer-based thinner. I'll add some over here. So this will be a paste of putty, and just apply fill the holes. The good thing about this is that I'm using lacquer-based thinner to thin out the putty. The lacquer-based thinner will dissolve the primer layers also, so this will stick very well after it dries. So if you choose the right material, you can save a lot of time. I would say that there's a lot of small holes that the camera cannot see, so I'll make it as perfect as possible before doing the mold. So now, back to sanding. Yeah, the good thing about the Tamiya putty is that it is lacquer-based so that you can wet sand it. Okay, now this seems pretty smooth, so now I'll spray with primer. This is dried, and I'm going to make a silicone mold for it. As you can see now, it's super shiny. Focus. I have this piece of plastic lying around, so I'll use this to make a mold. I'll be just eyeballing the size of the mold, so it should be big enough. Okay, and make sure the base of the mold is flat. And then now I need to hot glue this down to make sure that it is at least watertight. Okay, so this will be the mold, and then this will be the silicone that I'm using. I will just eyeball the amount that I need. So I should add the additive of around 2 to 5%. The more I add, the faster it cures. And it's around 202 grams. I'll add about 5% of the additive. So 10 grams of this. Wait, it doesn't look right. I'll just add 8 grams. Because the additive that they gave me, I added about half of it. But I only use not even a quarter of the silicone. This should be enough, I guess. So I'll just mix it. Wait, I feel that it's starting to cure. Why? Wait, it's definitely starting to cure. I think I have added too much of the additive. I don't think I can mold with this. Nope. It started to cure. Okay, it cured. So, it cured while I mix it. This is totally a failure. I'll just make it again. Oops, too much. I'll pour half of this in. 2% of it should be
2 plus 2 is
3 grams. Wait, what? How much did I start with? Shit. This is a bad news. Okay, I think that will be enough. Okay, I think to cast the mold, I'll just have to do it separately. Make sure that there's no dust on it. Because the eye is indented in, I'll add a bit of silicone inside the crevices. By right, when doing molding, I should have used the vacuum pump to draw out the hair, but I don't have that, so I will just leave it to gravity. No, this is a disaster. It has started to cure. Help. Okay, moral of the story. I tried the ratio. So apparently 2% works slightly better. So now I'm going to add half of this and pour it in. Need to be fast. And then good luck to me. Smack it. Pour it. Pop the bubbles. There's so much bubble inside the silicone, so I'm sure that this will be a very bad cast. But this will be a learning lesson for me. Okay, so after around 8 hours. Oh, this is surprisingly easy. Yay! Okay, so I will tear this away. I can see a very big bubble. That is not good at all. Oh, I can feel it. It's opening up.
Grab the stick and twist it!
Oops. Oh no, I've damaged Rimuru. The master copy is damaged. That is unexpected. This is a good learning lesson for me. It is molded well, I guess. So I will try to pour a hard resin in. So first, to mix the resin. And this is on the ratio of 3:1, 60 grams. So now I need 20 grams of this. So this is 80 grams of resin. I'll add a bit of blue dye. Then I will mix it. Add a bit more. And the good thing about this resin is that the cure time is about 12 hours. So all the bubbles will rise. Okay, now most of the bubbles have rise to the top. Burn it.
There is no more bubbles. There is only dark bubbles. Oh,
There we go. I think it's a good idea to pour more than required because when the gas rises up, the volume will decrease. I'll come back and remove the bubble every 15 minutes for about an hour and then I will set it to cure for 12 hours. Now you can see there's some bubble here. I'll burn it away. After about 1 hour, so I didn't expect that the silicone mold will hold the heat inside. So the temperature of the resin gets higher and higher and it starts to boil inside. So as you can see, the inside of it has a lot of bubble.
Thousands of tears later.
Demolding time. This is the first time that I made a mold, so I hope it goes well. This is like giving birth. So I thought this would be a satisfying ASMR. It ends up being me struggling. Maybe I should go watch a video how a woman gives birth. I'm dripping in sweat. Hang in there, Rimuru.
Grab the stick and twist it!
Yes. Fuck. Oh, this is so much nicer than I thought. Other than the bubbles on the bottom, everything else is pretty good. Even with the bubbles, it is still very glossy. That is because of the finishing that I've produced in my master copy. I think I'll add in the black of the eye. I'll keep this as a souvenir as the first Rimuru that I casted. Black paint and tiny brushes. I'll say that this is so much better than I expected. It's so cute. So now I'll just try again, but this time I'll pour resin in it and leave it at a well-ventilated place to remove the heat.
Meanwhile,
I need to repair this Rimuru.
24 hours later.
And this is the second resin cast. There's much lesser air bubble inside because I've placed this covered and have a fan blowing it, so it dissipates heat much more than the previous one. So this is my second cast. There's still a lot of bubble and it's not perfect yet. This is so much nicer and also this is soft. So this is my fourth cast. After I pour the resin in, I placed this inside the fridge for about 2 hours. There's very little bubbles here. Placing it in the fridge will reduce the bubbles because it will slow down the curing process. That's why the air bubble have the chance to escape. And also I'll be giving out 3 of this Rimuru. All you have to do is to subscribe to this channel, go to the description below and share the Instagram post of the Rimuru and then message me on Instagram. So I'll pick 3 random winners and send this Rimuru to you anywhere in the world. So I'll pay for the shipping. This is the new mold that I have. This mold is so much nicer. I'll cast a few more of this. So I think that this is the best Rimuru that I cast up to now. There's no visible bubble in it. So I will demold this now. Every time I'm demolding, I'm sweating. So this is the best Rimuru that I've cast until now. There's very little bubbles in it. And I'll cast 2 more of this, the perfect ones. And since today is my birthday, I will give 3 of this to anyone in the world. All you have to do is to subscribe to this channel and then go to my Instagram page, link in the description below, and share the Rimuru post. After that, message me on Instagram, and then I'll pick 3 random winners to ship Rimuru over to you anywhere in the world. I'll pay for the shipping. Yep. For now, I will add in the details for the high. So this is the soft resin added with black dyes. So let me add some light. the amount of bubble gets lesser and lesser over time. So this was my first one. As you can see, there's super a lot of bubbles inside. This is the second one. Bottom has quite a lot of bubbles, but there's not much bubble inside. So this is the third one. There's very little bubble on the outside. And this is the fourth one. There's no bubble on the outside, and there's some bubble in the inside. And this is the fifth one. There's practically not many bubbles in it. So I'll cast 2 more of this, then I'll send it out to you. I will only send you the perfect ones. Oh yeah, and also this is soft. It's not squishy soft, but it's soft. So it's pretty cute. I wanted to make a squishy one. Then I thought the resin I bought is a squishy resin, but it's actually only soft. So this is a soft Rimuru. Yep.
So this could be yours. Anyway, I dyed my hair blue specially for this episode because Rimuru got a blue hair. So thank you very much for watching, and I hope you can have this. And I'll post a video of me sending this out after this, and see you again in the next video.